In this video, we're going to be speaking about the rivalry between the sealed LEGO Star Wars sets versus building and used LEGO Star Wars sets, and seeing exactly what the differences are, why we would be keeping one and why we would be keeping the other one. Obviously it's LEGO, but let's check it out right now. In this video, we're going to be speaking about 4 specific factors, one of them being resale value. Now, that's a very interesting thing and an important thing in LEGO Star Wars. I know it's not a lot of people thinking about it, but ahead of time, you need to think about it. Factor number 2 is the aesthetic of LEGO sets. Now, behind me, you can see I have a lot of LEGO Star Wars sets built. I love building them, but the issue is space, which we'll be getting into as well. And then the third factor is going to be investment purposes. Now, as you can see behind me by myself, I've got the gunship, and that's investment, which we'll be getting to. Now, the fourth factor, which is myself, is being a ultimate LEGO collector. I want all my sets sealed as well as used, which I'll also show you. But that's the 4 factors that we'll be looking at in this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. What would you do? Buy them sealed or used? I know it's very, very expensive right now, but I would still buy them sealed just for collector's purposes alone. Now, the first factor is like LEGO stocks. Now, you can see the gunship behind me, the 75021 Republic gunship, retailed for $179. Now it goes for a spee $865. Now, we're talking hundreds of percentages on this set alone. So that means a lot of people will be buying new sets in 2024 before they retire, and then eventually reselling them on eBay. Now, a lot of people, including some people that I buy from myself, are little shits, and they buy 10x of a specific set and then drop the price so high that some people can't afford it at all, and it just pisses everyone off. And that's the issue about reselling, and that's why I put it first, because I have an issue with it myself. I don't want anyone to do that. I want everyone to have a very good sort of like accessibility for all the LEGO sets, so they don't just skyrocket up as soon as they're retired. Drop this crap. Take the intense music in. Factor number 2 on my personal list is aesthetic, as I said before. And as you can see, my room is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of people know my room as being very nice and being very collectible. But for myself, aesthetic is a very huge factor. I spend thousands of dollars on LEGO Star Wars MOCs that are not even produced by LEGO, just because of their aesthetic and being in my room for you guys. Because they are so nice, so aesthetic and pleasing to my LEGO collection that it just makes it so great. As you can see on this wall, I've got 2, not 1, but 2 UCS Millennium Falcons. Now, I didn't decide to just keep them in a box. I decided to build them and put them in my collection like a normal bloody human. I mean, they are LEGO sets overall, they're toys, and they're meant to be built. Most of them are collectibles, but some of them are LEGO toys and they're meant to be built. Like you can see, I've got the gunship right here. Just because I get the sealed version doesn't stop me from buying a used version, building it, and having it in my collection in my gunship display. That's factor number 2 that you have to take in when buying LEGO sets. Just the aesthetic. You're going to build them, they're going to be in your collection, so it doesn't matter if you build them sealed or used, unless you're going to be keeping them sealed. Factor number 3 is investments. If you just look at my portfolio of my LEGO sets, sorry for the battery, but it is currently worth $279,000, but here retail price is $110,000. Now, I didn't mean for this collection to be investment at the beginning. The purpose was to be a collector, just to collect all the sets and just be happy with it. It started off really small with over 100 sets. Now I've got over 1,400 sets. And my collection is so ginormous that it is treated sort of like an investment as well. And you have to be very careful of what you buy. If you are solely purposing on investments, I would have a look at what's kind of grown as much in the past and kind of wait for those sets to come out sort of when those minifigures are unique and sort of things like that, they will definitely be going up in value. So you need to look at things like that. If you're into investing, that's good. That's good for you. Just don't drive the price up that much. Keep it good for everyone else that don't have a lot of money. But other than that, it's a very good positive for me and my father to sell this collection for a price that's 3x what we purchased for it. That's a very good bonus for us. But that's factor number 3. Now, factor number 4 is solely because I'm a Lego Star Wars collector. Now, I began sort of only buying sets that were used without minifigures, without the box or instructions, just because I wanted to build the sets. But now I've drifted sort of into being a more professional collector. I want my sets to be complete. That's why I want them sealed. They also are investments. And I also want sets that I know that are complete and I can display them without them having any damages or any yellowing or anything like that. And I know where they're coming from. Now, that's why I buy a lot of these sealed sets as well. I want to keep them in my collection, and when I eventually get a bigger house, I can build them all and display them as well, and just have a mint condition box and sealed of the same set. But I do build a lot of my sets as well, as you can see, and that's the fun part about Lego, building the sets and having it in your room and just seeing it come together and then being able to display it. Now, I advise you guys, if you're on a budget, definitely buy the used sets, but if you're a collector or an investor, I would definitely go and look into sealed sets. They're easier to sell and they fetch a higher price, but that's about it. In conclusion, I definitely think if you're going to buy Lego Star Wars sets or start buying Lego Star Wars sets, if they come up new like 2024 sets, definitely buy them sealed. But if you're on a budget and you want to buy some old sets like gunships, I will definitely buy them used, because it's definitely a more viable option for you to afford it and just not break your bank and go into debt, whilst also trying to collect some toys as a hobby. But thank you so much for enjoying my video and having a look at this video of this controversial rivalry and topic of buying sealed sets as well as used sets. I hope I've given you some information and some help for you to decide whether you should go the used route or the sealed route. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to Palpatine Bricks.